Thank you very much, Nintendo. You guys are stellar. To all the people that tweeted at me, there were tons of people that tweeted at me because they were a bit salty that they didn't see enough of me on the commentary. But you know, I think you know we did a pretty good job. Like what my job was to do fan favorites, and Prague and Scar were gonna do the other regular matches. But grand finals, we were gonna bring it together. You know, and that was gonna be the big surprise. Like people were like, "Where's D1?" They thought I got banned because I said banned in the beginning. You remember, right? I was like, "Yo, this is to all the fans, banned." And then they were like, "Yo, I think Nintendo like totally just like pulled D1 out of there, dude." They were like, "Yo, D1, get out of here, man. You're banned from the rest of the tournament." No, I came back, dude, and we brought the house down. It was great. Had a blast, and big thank you to Nintendo for reaching out to our community, allowing us an opportunity to test out their new game. We've had numerous, like 2 days. Well, the announcers had 2 days to test it, and the players had 1 day. So yeah, I'm really happy that, you know, for the first time ever, they gave us a chance to play, give some feedback. Hopefully they take whatever things we have to say about the game into account, because we definitely do have a lot of things to mention regarding the game, and you know, it's definitely fun, but it has a lot of potential for, you know, to be like one of the best games ever. So hopefully they'll listen to what we have to say so that we can have like a blockbuster hit come time for the holiday season.
Wow, that's everything we wanted to hear, and pretty much more. So is there anything else you would like to add towards that? Like possibly, what did you think of the gameplay in this game? Okay,
so to be quite honest, the moment I hopped into the game, I felt like it was Brawl 2.0. You know, it was definitely floaty. I noticed I couldn't crouch to cancel my dash, which is similar to Melee. So, that was gone. Instead, I had to run and shield, which is like Brawl. And you could run, shield, drop, and then do like an action out of it. So the good thing is, if you shield, you can still do an immediate action out of shield, just like Brawl. You could shield, you can dash in the other direction, shield, jab, whatever. I learned also you could run, shield, hit up C-stick, so you could do a standing grab out of your full dash, which is pretty cool. It's like doing a jump cancel grab in Melee. So yeah, I figured out that tech. I'm not gonna call it the D1 grab. I should though. But
D1 grab.
We in there. So it's the D1 grab, dude. What else? One of the things that was really tough for me when it came to the game was when you run off, right? If you run off, you're like in a full dash and you run off the edge. While holding down, if you're trying to, you know how in Brawl, you could run off and then just like snap and grab the edge. For some reason, if you're in your full dash, you'll run and then you're forced to go upwards. And I don't know, like that doesn't sit well with too many players. They want it to be more like organic, you know, like if you're holding down, they want it to go down. They don't want to be forced, you know.
So like they're forced to jump?
Yeah, it's weird. Like if you're in a full dash, like from center stage, and you're trying to run and grab edge because the opponent got knocked off, you like, here's the edge here, you run here, and then by the time you reach here, you're forced to go up, like it just jumps. But if you do a short dash and you run off stage, you go into this little tumble. And the cool thing is certain characters, when they go into that little tumble, if they're close enough to the edge and they hold towards the stage, they could snap and grab the edge. So they could do an immediate like edge hog, while other characters, some of their tumbles send them too far, like Bowser, so they can't really grab edge. But you could cancel the little tumble with attacks or whatever. Trying to think what else about the game. A lot of players, throws. So throws in the game send opponents way too far at low percents. Like you'd be at 0, perfect example. A Marth down throw, right? Usually in Melee and Brawl, if you down throw the opponent doesn't get sent too far away. You down throw the opponent now in like Smash 4, they get sent all the way up into the heavens, dude. It's like down throw. And then you can't even reach. Marth's forward air got a complete nerf. Like Marth now, if he short hops the fair, no matter how early you do the fair, like you can't auto cancel it, you can't do double fair in one short hop. It's just like fair lag, which means combos like fair to down air are probably like impossible given the amount of lag that's in the fair. Other than that, I feel like it's probably going to be a solid ground game. People might have to play like they play Brawl. Some characters, like the Villager, you could do, I believe, up throw or down throw, and you could probably get like an up air or something. But like other characters who had throws where you knew what to do afterwards based on the previous iterations of Smash, now it's like they get sent way too far. So you do like a down throw at Marth, and they go up into the sky, and it's like, You can't do anything. You have to kind of like air chase, wait for them to land, and then, you know, punish. The good thing I like about the game, though, is if a person gets launched into the air and they try to spam air dodge as if they were playing Brawl, if you land after spamming an air dodge, you lag. So that's an amazing addition to the game. I welcome that wholeheartedly. Like, okay, you're playing someone, they get knocked away, you run after them because you don't have to worry about tripping, and then after you run after them, you could like shield stop and wait to see where they land, and as they're landing, they'll probably air dodge. They air dodge, by the time they land, you see them do this, they lag. So you could easily just grab them now. No more buffered rolls, power shields, or spot dodges, none of that malarkey. Now people could actually like get punished for trying to spam a defensive option, which was one of the, like, I appreciate high-level Brawl play, but that really made me I had a strong distaste for that mechanic. I thought that was extremely cheap because an opponent's in the air and then they're just gonna land and then have another defensive option at their disposal. It's like, okay, I avoided the combo follow-up. Now I'm gonna avoid your I guess air chase, something like that. So other than that, I think I hope Nintendo is open to listening to what the competitive community likes to say about the game. I enjoyed the game. It's really fun with and without items. But I really don't want to see matches that go to time a lot, and it could potentially happen if they just give us a bunch of laggy aerials, because people, if they see laggy aerials, they're just not going to use it, and that's the fact of the matter. It's like, okay, I'm only going to use this in a full jump or a double jump to end a combo, or when I'm off stage. But if the opponent is sitting there in their shield, what are they going to do? Walk up to them and, I don't know, space a forward tilt, or maybe a lagless back air or neutral air? I don't know. That's probably what they want us to do, but it's just, you're taking away options from players. You wanna give players a moveset and allow them to do, like, I don't know, when I play Smash, dude, when I play Smash is that kind of game where I could play it whatever way I want and have fun. And when they remove options from the players, I feel like they're taking away the fun aspect. When people play like Melee or Brawl, like we had fun, with whatever options we have. But if they keep taking things away from the game, like with all these new games that are coming out, it's just gonna make like hardcore players, like, it's gonna be hard for them to want to support the games. But yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, but I mean that's about it. I just want to give people more of a reason to approach. If they're going to give us laggy aerials, people won't use it to approach. They'll just run away and wait for you to throw out a bad move, and then they'll punish, which is what you saw in the grand finals.
Exactly, and I liked how they did have, like you said, the air dodge into the ground. That lag's great. The lag after you do attacks, not so sure about that. However, since you were one of the people who played the game the most out of anybody in LA, I'd like to ask you, what did you think of the hit stun in the game compared to both Brawl and Melee?
Okay, I guess it's like a decent medium. I feel like it probably might be similar to Melee. The weird thing is, though, certain moves have a glancing blow, like you'll hit, and it won't have that much hit stun, while some other moves have more hit stun. So it kind of reminds me of Melee, where, you hit with like a Marth Fair, and it doesn't really have much like hit stun sometimes if you hit on the inside. So Peach main might be able to squeeze a Nair in between in Melee to knock the opponent out of there, or a Samus. But I think what I really like most... one thing I really like most about the game is you can't really air dodge freely out of hit stun anymore. You actually have to... You're stuck in hit stun for a bit, and then you have the option to air dodge. But, that's a commitment. You can't just do it unless you're, like, really far away. One last thing I'd like to add, since this, Chibo's probably waiting forever. When you do a combo against someone, like you do a move that has a lot of hit stun, you can't wiggle out of the hit stun anymore. Wiggling is gone. So in Melee, if you hit someone with like a move that has a lot of hit stun and you're like flying away, you could wiggle the stick and then you shake out of hit stun. You can't do that anymore in this game. That's completely removed. So what now? You have the options to either air dodge out of hit stun once it wears off, attack out of hit stun, double jump out of hit stun. Either you just take it and then you hit the ground and tech, and you have the option to either tech in place or tech to the sides, or you just miss the tech and fall on the floor. So those are the 5 options now when you're stuck in hit stun, and all those 5 options you could punish them. Yeah, that's all. I guess that's about it.
Wow, so you're talking about like if you are in hit stun, normally you just move the analog stick, right? And then you're just like this, but in the air.
Yeah,
now
you're like not going like this, so like you won't be like something. You'll just shake out and you'll just fall, you know. And
wow.
That was in melee. But now you either throw out an attack, you air dodge, you just miss the tech and hit the ground, or you tech, and the last one is double jumping out. That's the only way you can like get rid of that tumble animation when you're in like, you know, when you're falling.
Wow, and once again, this was amazing with D1 right here. That was one of the most insightful interviews upon the gameplay of this game, and just insightful interview in general. So thank you very much for doing that. You have one more thing? Perfect.
The last thing I wanted to add is momentum canceling's back. I've seen DJ Nintendo live to 240% with Bowser. We live in.
DJ Nintendo, my goodness. Wow, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So once again, thank you. I hope to see you soon.
All right, and guys, follow me on Twitter at XD1X. Make sure to follow Apex at Apex_series and Destruction.
Thank you.